Yes. So my background, I'm Malaysian. There's a lot of Raja in Malaysia, boys and girls, by the way. So I'm Malaysian. I came to the UK in 1995 to study medicine. So I've been in the UK for longer than I've been in Malaysia. And my background is I'm a pediatric A&E consultant for the last sort of 10 years. So in Malaysia, I have to admit that as a child growing up, I had limited formal sort of Quran teaching, partly because my father was in the army, so we tend to move around a lot. So we were never, we were, one place for just a year, and I had, a teacher for 6 months, and then we moved to a different place, and then, it took a while to find another teacher and such. But Alhamdulillah, being in the UK, I've got 4 children, and we've always had easy access to Quran classes for them. And through the years, I mean, each of them, they've gone through some Hifz sort of classes. And I've always found it a struggle to help them, just because my own sort of memorization is very limited. So when the youngest, when he started his Hifz classes, at the age sort of 10, it finally dawned on to me that, if my children were doing this, and I was sort of encouraging them, then I really needed to do it myself. So that's how I sort of came around to the idea that I need to do some Hifz lessons myself. But always, shaitan plays with your mind. In my head, I'm so busy, the job, the workload, organizing the household. I always found some sort of excuses, and at the places where my children had classes, it was always a face-to-face class. And then one evening, alhamdulillah, I came across, I don't know what I was doing, I just came across Balagh online Hifz classes, and I thought, literally there and then, I decided I'm going to take this plunge. So I joined, and that was last year, just around Ramadan time as well. So alhamdulillah, I've been on the Hifz class now for the last 1 year. And actually, it being online has given me very easy flexibility. And I find my teacher, especially, she's been so sweet. She's been really accommodating to my schedule. So my class is always on a Tuesday, late morning, and I'm always at work. So I'm always sending her message to say, I'm a bit busy at the moment now. Can you put me last in class? Or I'm free now. Can you put me first in class? And she's always been good in accommodating my timings. And at work, you mentioned, Shay, that you are a consultant as well. I don't know whether you work in the NHS, but so NHS now, I don't even have my own office. So we have an open shared office. So for me to do and recite my Hifz in an open office, it gets a little bit difficult, and the Wi-Fi is a little bit iffy at times. So I normally would run. I'll tell my colleagues at work, say, can somebody just cover me for about 20 minutes, half an hour? And I would run to the car park and sit in my car. Because one is, it's the best Wi-Fi, it's quiet, nobody disturbs me, and I get to recite, as loud as I want in my car. And I've done it at airports when I'm traveling. I've done it on the beach when I've gone camping with the children. So this online flexibility is what works best for me, actually. And having a teacher, I think she's lovely. Alhamdulillah, may Allah grant her Jannah for helping me through. She just keeps me grounded. She keeps me motivated. Just, giving me targets. Okay, by next week, you need to do this. And her words of encouragement, subhanAllah, so kind. And I know she's young. I know she's probably much young. She's probably my daughter's age. But subhanAllah, the motivation that she gives me is good. So I find that since I've started this Hifz, I can help my children. I mean, before my youngest, he's now 12, and sometimes he leads me as my imam. Previously, where I've asked him, don't use the big surah because I won't be able to correct you. I won't know how to do this. But now I'm better than him. So I'm like, you just read. I can follow. Alhamdulillah. I find, and in my salah, I'm enjoying reciting the longer surah. I've even managed to sort of motivate a few friends, and my husband as well. So everybody's, in our little circle of friends, everybody's like, oh, I'm doing this surah now, I'm doing this surah. And it's just lovely. And one other thing which I find, I mean, in my job, it's very stressful. Some days I have really bad days at work, and then going back to the Hifz, I can just sit in a corner and just do my Hifz for a little while and just calm myself down. And I find that that's helpful. Alhamdulillah. I'm so glad I found Balagh Academy.